Hi everybody, so I think it was in 2012 when the first 3D pen came out. It was by a company called eDoodle, and essentially it's a hot glue gun, but instead of using glue you're using plastic filament. And because you're waving that pen around in the air, you can pull that plastic filament out to make wireframe models. That's models without the infill. The plastic sets cool in the air and you can build up a 3D model from basic wire structures, and some of these are really quite beautiful actually. Now this whole idea caught on and it's become very popular. 3D pens are used today and they're really quite awesome tools, especially for exploring for education. But that idea of wireframe models really caught the imagination. The main reason is because back then 3D printing was incredibly slow and everybody wanted a way of speeding it up. So if you were only printing the wireframe, of course you could be something like 20 times quicker, get a finished model, get an idea of what it looks like, how it's going to behave in the real world, and make changes to it very quickly. Or at least that was the academic sense of it. But of course aesthetically it was pretty cool anyway. Anyway, in 2014, Cornell released a whole load of papers showing what they'd been working on with this so-called wire print. And it was pretty impressive stuff as well, but this time instead of using a 3D pen, it could be done on any standard 3D filament printer. But of course, they researched it, lots of papers on it, but no access to the software. It was so cool that lots of people were looking at doing it, and in 2014 Hackaday produced an article about this so that people would be aware of what was going on, and various people gave it a go to try and reproduce what Cornell did, because Cornell, of course, well, they were a research institute and so they wanted it for their own nefarious purposes, and although they were talking about it, they weren't releasing the software. So lots of people began to do their own versions of it and were really very interested in it, in the same way that people are very interested in Veroni at the moment. It became so popular that Cura produced a version of their own within the Cura slicer. Now you might notice that I've got the Elegoo Cura open, and the reason I'm using the Elegoo Cura is because this is in fact built on top of Cura 4.8. And Cura changed an awful lot of this in 5.2, so the current version is 5.6, and 5.6 doesn't have this in it. But if we have a look here and click on that, then we'll pull down these printer settings that you can see. What you can see right there is a little stack. If you click on that little stack and click on Expert, what you'll get is a whole load of things that you didn't see before in this section called Experimental, which is really quite exciting. And it is experimental, it's things to play with. So Cura put things in and out of here all of the time. Now, when wire printing was incredibly important, Cura had wire printing in here. It kind of died a death. People found it a little bit difficult to use, mostly because they weren't using it in a way that I think would be a good way of using it, so Cura withdrew it in 5.2. But it's still here in the Elegoo Cura version of 4.8. If we click on that, which is the settings, and we have settings visibility, and we type in there wire, all we get is wire printing. And if we click on that wire printing and close, wire printing, there it is, will suddenly become available to us. And so we can click on wire printing to do the wire printing that other people were giving it a go. Now, hidden in experimental are things like fuzzy skin. Fuzzy skin is the thing that gives it a nice fluffy texture. And also we have in here spiralize. So this idea where you're printing one layer in a continuous loop to create a thin spiral will be found in special modes or experimental. But we're looking at wire printing at the moment, and if we click on wire printing, then the model that we put in there will be done using wire printing. That is, only a framework will be printed, and we'll have a look at some examples in a minute. But when we're doing this, remember, it extrudes only once, and so if we keep this at a certain extrusion quality, that is at 0.2, then it's not going to do a particularly good job. It's kind of very delicate. And what you've got to remember is that this is exactly like the pen. So the thicker the amount of material we're putting out there, the more sturdy and robust it's going to become. Now the nozzle on your printer is likely to be a 0.4 nozzle. So if you change your nozzle to 0.8 millimeters or even bigger, 1.2 millimeters, and print this at a different setting, so it's not at fine anymore, then you'll get a much better quality of print. So if we change our layer height to 0.8, for example, and we use a 0.8 nozzle in there, then we'll get a much more robust print. But that's what I wanted to point out to you, really, was that hidden in Cura are some pretty amazing things, but those things change as time goes on. And so these special modes and experimental modes will change depending on the version of the Cura that you're using. They're spiralized, incidentally, and we can find fuzzy skin and wire print in any version prior to 5.2. So the Elegoo comes as 4.8. It's hiding in experimental of Elegoo. So wire printing had a kind of heyday, and Cura said they've pulled it because there was just not enough interest in it and not worth supporting it, and so it's been removed. However, the heyday was something like 10 years ago, and of course printing has changed very much. I think wire printing was done without the accessibility to the kind of nozzles and materials like PLA Plus that we've got. Now, I think it's going to be one of those things where the more is better. Think of it in terms of a 3D pen and use a large nozzle with a high temperature, and I think you'll get a much better result. But the main reason was to point out that hiding in Cura, that little sort of tag where you pull down to the expert level, you'll suddenly find you've got an awful lot more control and some really quite exciting and interesting things like fuzzy skin and spiralize, and in earlier than 5.2 wireframe printing. So I wanted to take the time to point that out to you and hope that you'll have a bit of an explore with it as I'm going to do. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching.